Okay, y'all, I just released my RSI/MFI uh, indicator, and this is part of like my whole, or I think of it as part of sort of whole package. So here it is right here. Um, I want to explain this to you real quick. I'm not really going to go over the RSI and the MFI in depth, okay, because they're as old as time, probably as old as me or older. Um, was it and the problem I've always had with RSI, okay, to me is it's limited to 0 to 100, okay. So if you've ever had the RSI up and you're on a day where you are trending steadily up or you're trending steadily down, you know that your RSI can stay above 70 or 80 or below, 30 or 20 all day long, all day. Okay. And to me, that's a problem because it puts you in a situation where you do not see pullbacks in that long term trend or we're in a trending day to know when to jump in. Okay. And to me, that's what the MFI does. When the money runs out, it pulls the RSI back. So I use it as a type of filter to some degree, you know what I mean, to keep the RSI in check. Okay. A lot of people knack on the RSI, but overall, I think the RSI is actually fairly decent. You know what I mean? It's just to me, with its limitations of the 0 to 100, it cannot, and also to me, it puts equal weight on each movement. So in other words, this doji candle and this big candle, it looks as it's the same. Okay, it's going to give each movement equal weight. Okay, that's just all it is to it. So that way, when you do have an initial pullback like this, you say, okay, I might can jump in. You know what I mean? You're not gonna be able to tell just from that. Okay, and that's where to me the MFI helps me by showing, okay, I'm seeing a weaker, and then bam, I hit a stronger. You know what I mean? Just that simple. Okay. Um, y'all, as simple as when you see the cayenne lines, I explain this with my MACD, y'all. You know what I mean? I have a marker line system to show me as movement, to show me true what I consider volume and push. You know what I mean? So as this goes up, guess what? It's gonna come over, bam, we're gonna push to a new high. It just keeps going. Bam, oh, right here we push to a new high. This was my last high. Now, after this, we still go up, but essentially we drift. So to me, we just drift up. So if you notice, it's just slow, steady movement. You know what I'm talking about? Nothing extra special. I mean, to me, this is just drifting. Our true volume come from here. Our true volume come from here. You know what I mean? Anyway, but that's why I just wanted to give you a quick rundown. And um, while I got you here, I'll show you real fast how I use let's do the trend marker and let's add the MACD. Uh, okay, now let's move this right here, lower light. Y'all, me personally, I like for my lines come all the way down. You know what I mean? So I can see the full length of the trend and the what was it? I do not have these available, but if you want them, just let me know. I don't care. I can give it to you. This is actually the coral basic ribbon line. Anyway, move to resistant pain below. Move to resistant pain below. And I like to take these and move them to the front myself. There's your order. Bring to the front. Uh, oh, there's your order. Bring to the front. Because the way TradingView works, if you have the ribbon line in the back, the column will print over it. And I personally do not care for that. But now you see what I'm talking about because you actually see where here we had this low. The RSI had already agreed because we pretty much run out of money. You know what I'm talking about, and you can watch my video on the Raven line with the trend marker. I explain how that works. I have a video on the MACD and explain how that works. But you can see how the trend is shifting. Okay, and we turn around and see that that's actually really nice and clean. Tell you the truth, you know what I mean? Same way here, you see, bam, that was our high. But to me, we just drifted. It wasn't until you actually got over here, we actually broke and actually started going down. Okay, here you see the same way. So that's why I say and I like, because you see my I've hit the maximum low, maximum low. I've hit the maximum high, maximum high. Okay, it's just that simple. And see, that's why I like even here. So that way, let's see, jump in, turn around, we'll see you got right there, right there. That's your maximum high, maximum high. So that let me know that essentially my volume burned out right here. Okay. Now, if you will hold into the trade, that's your call. All right. But come on, that's where you got the meat right there. Okay. Now, it's just up to you whether or not you decide you want scraps. Because here you're just gonna stay in it and drift, 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 drift. You know what I mean? Because you're just getting it there ever so slowly. Here you earn it. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. So I'm saying. So anyway, but that just gives y'all an idea of how I set my chart up. Also, no, I don't too much use the power balance anymore, but on occasion I'll load the power balance too and I'll put it to the top. But if y'all watch the power balance video, um, but I just minimize it, okay? But if you watch the power balance video, you'll understand what I mean, okay? But overall, this is pretty much my setup, okay? Um, but yeah, like I said, just watch the videos for the Riven line, watch the videos for MACD. You'll kind of get the drift, all right? And I have links if you need to find me or whatever. Don't tell me, but So, all right, y'all, take care. Bye bye.